Hey there on, today's video is going to be part 2 of my Q&A video that I started yesterday, so I'm just going to get straight into this and pick up where I left off yesterday. So the first question is, are you and your partner planning on getting married and or having more children? Well, I've been engaged actually for over 3 years, I think nearly 4 years now, but I'm the one that keeps putting it off because I'm personally scared of marriage just because it's never worked out for anyone around me. And also with the children thing, as a couple we both decided one child is perfect for us. And as a woman, I have made the conscious decision that I'm not going to have more children. Now, I did disappoint a few people by saying that I'm only going to be having one child. Next question. What goals, personal and professional, do you hope to achieve in the next year and in the next 5 years? So, personal, I would like to buy my own house. I'm 22 and renting sucks. I feel like maybe I'm coming up on the age where I should be considering a house. But the problem is that Australian housing prices is absolutely insane. And the fact that a bank is basically going to own my life for over 40 years kind of scares me, but you know, gotta do it sometime. And professionally, we've both been talking about buying a small studio space within my city, just so there's one central location for a bunch of my makeup clients so I'm not driving all over the place. I'll still obviously drive out to on location and all of that, but I will be able to lower the cost of certain makeup services because there won't be the call out fee. And also we could rent it out to local photographers because that seems to be a kind of lucrative business at the moment. The next question is, if you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would it be and why? Well, when this question was answered, I saw it and I was just like, we've got to treffen in Leipzig, Germany. I just wanted to be there so bad. I've wanted to go there since I found out about it about 6 or 7 years ago, but it's been such a dream of mine to go there, but it's so close yet so far every single time. So now that that's over, where would I be in the world right now? I'd still probably choose Germany. Next question, future tattoo and piercing plans. Well, piercings I kind of take it as it comes, you know. The last few piercings that I've gotten have been spur of the moment kind of decisions. I have been thinking about getting a central labret done again, but the last one ended in tragedy, so that's kind of why I've been like, maybe I won't. And tattoo plans, in about a month I'm starting on my back piece and it's going to be shoulder to shoulder, Victorian filigree, and it's going to be an homage kind of to Edgar Allan Poe. Yes, I know that seems like typical goth, but Edgar Allan Poe is what made me love poetry. Also, I will be getting a cluster of roses done here, and this arm is going to be all a horror themed sleeve. Not like horror characters, just, you know, your castles, your clouds. I've already got the bats. I've just got to wait till my back piece is done so it can all join seamlessly. And the next question is, if you could meet and collaborate with anyone in the world, who would it be and why? Well, celebrity-wise, it would be Kat Von D. I know that seems like a typical kind of answer, but I really like Kat Von D and I really respect her. As for YouTubers, I would choose Kaya, who is Toxic Tears, Mara, who is Psychora, and Black Friday. Black Friday is actually kind of viable because New Zealand is quite easy to access from Australia and vice versa because we're neighbours and it's really cheap to fly to and from these two countries. And also the fact that I'm probably going to New Zealand next year. With Kaya and Mara, it'd be kind of harder because they're both over in Europe and it's quite expensive to get there, but if we do get married or committed next year, we will be going to Europe. The next two questions actually came from Psychora. So the first one is, if anything was possible, what is your dream hair? It was really easy to answer this actually. Dreads. I haven't had dreads in my hair for about 7, 8 years maybe. But I loved them so much. I had natural dreads for a while and then I brushed them all out. Yes, I didn't know you could brush out dreads. I thought I was going to have to shave my hair, but the lady brushed them out. And yes, I had to lose quite a bit of hair, about that much hair, but I had really short hair anyway at that point in time, so whatever. And then I installed synthetics for ages and I loved it. The reason why I haven't installed dreads for ages is because I'm worried about, like, the length of my hair is nearly at my bottom and I really want to keep my length. I'm just worried that they might tug a little bit more because every time I had synthetics I'd always lose clumps of hair. And the next question from Psychora is, if there was a movie made about you, what would the genre be and who would play you? Now, it would most likely be a really bad comedy movie and probably Adam Sandler playing me, honestly, especially after that junk movie that he made, Jack and Jill, where he played his own twin. But I'm just one of those people that all the bad things that happens. You know, when it rains, it pours. I frequently knock over things in shopping centers. I try to grab something off the shelf collapses. Yes, story of my life. I am just things always go wrong around me. So yeah, it would be a really bad Adam Sandler comedy with Adam Sandler playing me. I would actually pay to see that. I would really, really love to see that. Next question, and next cluster of questions all come from the same person, and they are about reading and books and stuff. So the first one is, do you like to read? Yes. What's your favorite genre? Generally crime and non-fiction war kind of stories. What are some of your favorite series / books? I think I covered this in the last Q&A, but I'm just going to say it again. Series is Harry Potter, obviously, and Tomorrow When the War Began, and books is anything Edgar Allan Poe and anything George Orwell. What are you reading now, and what will you be reading next? I am currently reading American Sniper by Chris Kyle. I haven't seen the movie yet, and I don't really see movies if there's a book about them until I've at least read the book. Sometimes I don't even bother with the movie. And what will I be reading next? I will probably, when I'm getting close to the end of this book, head to the bookstore or the thrift store, pick out a new book. Next question. What do you think about Islam, Turks, and generally religion? Well, I thought Turks were people from Turkey, but Islam and religion, I don't care what people believe in, just as long as they're a good person. Would you consider moving to another country? If so, then where? Well, I've considered moving to New Zealand on and off. I'm still considering moving to New Zealand on and off because my partner is a dual citizen of Australia and New Zealand. He's actually a New Zealander. But I don't really want to move there because there's nothing there for me, honestly. I personally want to move to either the UK or just somewhere in Europe. I like the cold, I hate the heat, and I want to be where there's more goths. What made you start a YouTube channel? I think it was kind of sheer boredom, but the thing is that I'm ashamed of all my early videos because I've deleted a whole heap of them because it's not me. If you go back, please don't. I am blonde in all my older videos. Blonde is my natural hair color, but I was only blonde because people kept telling me to have a natural hair color, so I just let my hair grow out and I'd put highlights through it and all that mundane kind of stuff that I did not personally like, but other people were telling me that I should like. You can kind of see my metamorphosis from my old videos to now. I'm so much happier like this, because this is me. This is who I spent my whole teen years being, who I spent my first years of motherhood being. It was just the fact that I was so pushed down by everyone. But now I'm happy, and the reason why I keep making YouTube videos now is because, one, it helped me find who I am again, and two, it's allowing me to connect with other people who are kindred. Name one thing that makes you really happy and one thing that makes you really angry. Well, something that made me really, really happy recently was my daughter, at her school, they made a booklet about our mothers, and every other kid was talking about how their mother's feet smell or they cook muffins for them, what their mothers do for them. But my daughter was the only child in the class that said what she does to make me happy, and I don't know, I found that really, really sweet. Her caption in the book was, "I love my mummy, I make my bed and it makes her smile." And I thought that was like the cutest thing, especially coming from an almost 5-year-old. Next question. Is there something you can never live without except your family? Well, I could go the smart ass answers and say water and food, but I'm not going to. So I would probably say fashion and makeup because it makes me feel good. Next question is a question I really don't like to be asked, and I think that most girls don't like to be asked this. But I'm going to answer it for the video, but in future, please don't ask me this again. I mean that in the nicest way. It's just something that really resonates badly with me. And that is, how much do you weigh and how tall are you? I am between 158 centimeters and 160 centimeters, and I weigh 57 kilos. Do you know about the Sophie Lanchaster Association? Yes, I do. Illamasqua, how I found out about it is Illamasqua did a collection with them about 2-3 years ago. But that's how I found out about it, and so I've known about it for a while. Next question comes from one of my old high school friends, and she asks, if you had one superpower, what would it be and why? Well, I would choose flying, but I'm terrified of heights. So the next best thing would be telekinesis. I'm just one of those people that every now and then I get in a really lazy mood and I want telekinesis to go get me the remote or something like that. It'd be a really cool but useless superpower. The next question is, what is your favorite genre of music? It would probably be somewhere in the metal category, but I listen to so many different bands and so many different types of music that it would, I don't know, it's really weird to try and choose a particular genre. There's just so many out there, but probably lies somewhere in metal, depending on my mood. The next question is, what are your religious or spiritual beliefs? I'm not religious in any sort of way. I was kind of born into Mormonism, but I'm not religious at all, and I don't know about spiritual beliefs, but I know that I believe in reincarnation. Are you interested in the paranormal? Yes, definitely. And the next question is, what's your favorite thing about living in Australia? Well, it definitely isn't the heat, and it definitely isn't the sun, which is kind of unfortunate because I live in the sunburnt country, as it's nicknamed, and I live in the Sunshine State. I think the best thing about living in this country is probably the diversity and also the wildlife. Next question is, what makeup products do you use? The colors you have are beautiful. I always list what makeup products I use at the bottom of every single tutorial and also every single makeup post on my Instagram, so that's so you guys know what I used. So I think I'm nearly done. I've only got a few questions left. The next question is, where did you do your makeup training? I did it through a place in Brisbane City. I'm not going to name its name, but it was not the best training, honestly. I felt like I wasn't 100% sure of myself to go ahead and go work as a makeup artist. I had the certificate, but I wasn't 100% confident. So I started working under another makeup artist who was very established, over 10 years in the industry, for free, and I felt like I gained a lot of industry experience from her. I'm currently back at another place doing my diploma in makeup artistry, so I'm getting the top certificate you can possibly get in standard makeup artistry. My next move from here is to go do my diploma of special effects. And the next part of that question is, do you work freelance and or work for a company? I currently work freelance, but I have thought about working for a company for a set amount of hours, except for none of them can really guarantee me the hours I need to be able to be involved in my daughter's school life, so it's either give up one or the other. The next question is, skin and health habits that you find useful. Well, I really kicked up my health in the last few years. I've lost weight, I feel better, I'm so much better than I was a couple years ago. But a couple pieces of advice I have: walk often. I walk every single day, and then I go for runs on top of that and go to the gym on top of that. But walking is what got me started in the first place. 2, drink water. Work out how much you need for your body. I personally am supposed to drink, I think, 1.8 litres a day, so I drink a 2-litre bottle every single day without fail. And the third piece of advice that I have is start skincare young, because prevention is the best thing for your skin. And the final question is, art, music, and fashion that inspires you. Well, art-wise, I love the classical artists like Rembrandt. Rembrandt is my favorite artist. I don't really like modern art that much. I don't like the whole disassociation to technique and beauty. I know I'll probably get like shot in the head for that kind of opinion, but that's just how I feel. I like the classics. Music, I listen to a lot of different things, but mainly I stay within the metal kind of genres. I do listen to things from all over the place, from like 80s kind of music like Peter Gabriel and all of that. You know, electronic, a little bit of electronic, only like the dark electronic kind of stuff now. And that's actually a fairly recent kind of push. And fashion, obviously the goth fashion, but I really enjoy watching the couture runways because there's just so much flamboyant awesomeness going on there, and sometimes I actually pick out little things from the couture runways and go, that is really cool, I'll apply that to something I'm making or something I'm wearing. So that is finally all for my Q&A videos, and I hope you enjoyed them. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I'd love to be here for every single video. Like this video if you like the Q&A, comment down below if there's something you would like to see on this channel, and I hope you all have a fantabulous day.